What's up, guys? And in today's video we're going to be talking about the Gambia, a very small country located in West Africa right next to Senegal. Gambia in this video. So if you guys are interested in going to a West African country where they speak English, Gambia is an excellent choice. So let's get right into it. So first thing is, Gambia is the smallest country in Africa with a population of around 2 million people. It's a popular tourist destination for many Americans and British travelers because the official language is English. It's also one of the poorest countries in Africa because Gambians were suffering under political rule of former President Yahya Jammeh. In 2016, Jammeh lost the presidential election and his 22-year rule came to an end. So I visited Gambia in November 2016 twice for around 14 days in total. I am not sure about the political stability of now. Gambians speak good English and the cost of living is extremely low. So one of the nice things is that Gambia is it's a really beautiful country, but they were dealing with this president. I don't want to go too much into politics here, but basically I spoke to a lot of people living in Gambia and they were unhappy with him because they weren't progressing. So the new president now, he's involved in real estate and things like that. So I think you're going to see a lot more upward mobility. And for you guys that are interested in investing money, I think Gambia is an interesting place to invest. It's a small country, so of course your capital gains are limited, but if you guys are looking for investment opportunities and you want to stay in an English speaking place, the Gambia is a nice choice. So why visit the Gambia? Well, for one thing is that it's a great place for brothers to visit because of its laid-back lifestyle, low cost of living, pristine beaches, and beautiful African women. So Gambians speak English along with local African dialects like Wolof and Mandinka. And most girls speak good English, but learning Wolof will increase your ability to communicate with everybody. Gambia enjoys year-round warm weather, good nightlife, and unlimited access to beautiful Gambian girls. So one of the nice things about Gambia is that you can speak English. I actually spent the majority of my time in Senegal, where they speak mostly Wolof and French. And guys, if you're interested in traveling in West Africa, learning French is very important. Almost everyone speaks French. So one of the nice things is to go to Gambia, you can easily be understood. But everyone there speaks Wolof, and they also have a very big Mandinka tribe there. So there's a few, you can learn some Mandinka as well. But if you just speak English, you'll be fine in the Gambia. So getting to the Gambia, well, the easiest way is to fly into Dakar and then take another short 30-minute flight to Banjul. That's the best way, guys. I wish I had done it that way, actually. What I ended up doing was the cheaper way, but if I could do it over again, I would just fly. So the other alternative is to fly into Senegal and take a shared taxi known as a set palace. It's French for 7-seater, and the price is around 6,000 CFA for one person. So to do a quick exchange rate in my head, I think that's around $12, something like that. But guys, I'm telling you, riding a set palace is not fun. So basically, I highly recommend flying if you can afford the extra cost, because riding a set palace is a horrible experience. You'll be cramped in an old beat-up hatchback for around 8 hours. So what a set palace is basically just like an old hatchback van, and they pack the thing to full capacity, and you have to sit in the car for like 6 to 8 hours. And the annoying thing is that even if you buy a ticket, they won't leave until the van is completely full, and if it's not full, they make you pay for the extra seat. So a lot of times I literally had to wait all night, and it got so bad one time, me and this other guy just agreed to pay the extra money just to fill the seat. So guys, if you can do it, just fly. Much easier to get around. So how to get a Gambian visa? Well, the Gambian visa process is very simple for US citizens. You can obtain a Gambian visa at your local Gambian embassy, or you can just apply for one at the border. So what I did was I actually didn't plan on going to Gambia at first. I was just planning on spending my time in Senegal. Everyone told me how good Gambia was. So what I did was I just simply took the set palace to the border, and I got a visa at the border. So the visa fee costs around 3,000 bialas, which is like 75 bucks, and it's good for one single entry visit lasting no longer than 30 days. So if you need a visa extension, it's really easy to obtain at the US Embassy in Banjul. But you want to be careful at the Gambian border because the Gambian police are ruthless, and you could get detained by demonstrating weird behavior. So don't talk a lot, and you just be weird in general, because Gambia is a poor country, and if they can extract money out of you, detain you, say, oh, you have to pay them extra to get by, you just attract unnecessary attention to yourself. So you don't want to do that. So if you're coming from Senegal, then you can obtain a visa at in Dakar. However, you have to wait longer due to the overcrowding problems at the Gambian embassy. So if you don't want to get a visa at the border, you can actually get one in Dakar, but the problem is you're going to have to wait a long time, and the process is really annoying. So let's talk about some of the best places to go in Gambia. Number one is Banjul. Banjul is the capital of Gambia, home to most of the street markets, banks, embassies, things like that. If you're coming from Senegal, you need to take a ferry from Bada to Banjul. The ferry ride lasts 30 minutes, costs 150 dialysis. So once you arrive in Banjul, you want to take a stroll through the city, visit some of the art and craft markets. These markets sell everything from shoes to masks for exceedingly cheap prices. And it's always remember to bargain, never accept the first price from a seller. Most Gambians like to double the price, so expect true prices to be at least 50% lower than what they tell you. So basically, when you guys are haggling and bargaining, they're usually just going to double the price. So if they tell you something like 100, 200 dialis, their money, you just cut it in half, and that's usually the right price. So then there's Serekunda. This is home to many of Gambia's nicest beaches and vacation resorts. It's very expensive there. These places aren't cheap, and you expect to pay at least $100 per night to any of these resorts. There are also many supermarkets, shopping centers located at Serekunda's main road as well. And then Kajing. Kajing is actually one of the cheaper places to stay in Gambia. It's a residential neighborhood where you'll find many locals. There's lots of affordable hostels there and hotels for budget travelers. This area contains many primary and secondary schools as well. So this is where, the first time I went to Gambia, I actually spent the majority of my time in a local village near a place called Bada. But the second time I went, I stayed in the YMCA hostel in Kajing. Put a link to that in the description if you guys are interested. Pretty cheap hostel. It costs like 10 bucks a night, and you're in a pretty safe area. It's like I said, there's many universities, things like that around. And then finally, we have Senegambia. This is where the nightlife takes place. Senegambia is a strip. It's the long nightlife strip filled with bars, nightclubs, restaurants, banks for tourists and local residents. So this is the party place. This is the spot. When you're in Gambia, everybody will say, let's go to Senegambia at night. And this is where most of the action is. So it gets pretty crowded on the weekends, but it's the best place to go for live music, dancing, and picking up working girls. So quickly, I want to talk about banking. Also, banking, very important in Gambia. There are several banks where you can withdraw your money via an ATM. EcoBank and Standard Chartered are the two most popular banks. If you need an ATM, just ask your taxi driver to take you to the nearest EcoBank. EcoBank's ATMs are blue and hard to miss. So guys, one of the nice things about Gambia, taxis are simply so cheap. You can just flag them down, cost you like $1, maybe $2 at most to get anywhere within the nearest city, and just tell them to take you to EcoBank so you guys can withdraw money. Okay, now nightlife. So nightlife, like I said, most of the stuff goes on in the Senegambia Strip. Many different types of clubs and bars depending on your preference. So there's live music. Gambians love to play local music and perform for tourists. The best place for live music in Senegambia is Darbo's restaurant at the end of the strip. They perform every day until 2 a.m. So working girls, you've got Gambia has plenty of working girls if you want companionship for a short time or a long time. There are two main clubs where you can meet girls, Time Inn and Britannica. Both these clubs are located at the beginning of the Senegambia Strip along the main road. Just tell them to take you to a taxi driver to take you to the Senegambia Strip. They'll know exactly what you're talking about. So guys, like I said, there is a lot of pay for play going on in Gambia, but it's not like Thailand or anything like that. It's kind of low key. It's actually not so popular in Gambia, but in the Senegambia Strip, there's the two huge clubs, and you're going to see mostly actually European guys frequenting these places, going to Time Inn and Britannica like that. So you guys can go if you check it out if you like. If not, then you can just go to the regular strip, which I'm about to talk about later. So another option to party and dance in one of Gambia's nightclubs. There are many nightclubs on the Senegambia Strip. So you've got a long list. You've got Wow, George's, Two Rays, Gaia, Cora, Aquarius, and Joler. So most of these clubs have a small entrance fee of like about $3, which is 100 dialis, and sometimes they offer a free cover charge. But and on those days you want to go to them because the nightclub will be packed, because many Gambians really don't want to pay a cover fee. They try to save money as much as possible. So the weekends are really wild and crazy, while the weekdays are best if you want to avoid the big long crowds. So that's about it for most of the nightlife. My favorite club there, I would have to say, I think Aquarius was nice. Wow was okay. The problem is one of the nights I went, you had to pay to get in, so there wasn't that many people. But you guys can just kind of go on the Senegambia Strip, just kind of float around a bit and check some things out. Like I said, it's very safe there. You shouldn't have any problems. You know, Gambians are really nice people. They really do everything to de-escalate a situation, so I just wouldn't worry too much. So should you visit Gambia? Yes, but maybe not this minute. But like I said, the time I went was right when there was kind of a political instability. So in this video now, I think it's much safer now. The new president has been in office for a couple years now. Like I said, I predict that Gambia will become much more enjoyable in the future since the new president is a successful real estate developer and promises to improve the economy and create jobs. So if you're looking for a good place in Africa to visit, then Gambia is a good place to try. I plan to go back to Africa in the near future. I'm going to have some more videos for you guys and try to get some footage this time. The last time I was in Africa, I really didn't record much footage. But I'm going to do that in the future. So one last tip I want to give you guys, you got to get the book Lonely Planet Africa. It is unbelievable resource. You can get it on Amazon.com. Guys, I used this book in West Africa so much. It was so useful, so helpful. It has not only information on all the neighborhoods, places to stay, but on things to stay safe. And this book really helped me save money and kept me safe. You know, I was a solo traveler in West Africa by myself for 3 months. And, you know, I really didn't know who to trust at first. And the information of this book really kept my journey a lot more enjoyable and helped me save a ton of money. So that's it for this video. I want you guys to leave in the comments. Let me know what you think about the Gambia. If you've been to the Gambia, let me know what your experience was like. If you're thinking about going to Gambia or any other West African countries, just let me know in the comments. I'd love to read them and to respond, and we can get a discussion going. And also, please subscribe to my channel. The reason why you should subscribe is because I'm going to be publishing videos on a regular basis. And if you're not subscribed, you might miss some of my videos. And most of my videos are covering not just popular travel destinations like Paris and Spain and Brazil, but kind of those uncovered gem destinations where it's not so expensive and there's not so much tourism, and you can really have an amazing time. And plus, you know, they're a lot safer than you think. So my whole goal with these videos is to kind of just expand off everyone talks about Thailand and Brazil and France, and we all know those are great places to go, but I'm going to be talking a little bit more of these uncovered hidden gems, I like to call them. And like I said, I had a great time in Gambia. Definitely be back in the future. So just please subscribe for more videos like this, and I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, take care.